All right, folks, it's good to be back. Hey, listen, I'm going to show you all this Taco Bell commercial, and I want to draw some analogies to it and remind you of some other things that we've recently seen that fit right in with it. Do y'all remember I keep telling you, I have all these strange occurrences with bells ringing. Jonathan Kleck means Yahweh has given a bell ringer. That's what my name means. This is an amazing heads up that Lucifer is giving his own people. I mean, it's fascinating. Y'all remember the Lex Luthor commercial? Prisoner AC, Antichrist, 23 chromosomes. The number 19 divided in half means to divide in half. And the number 40 means end of an epic. Like, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights and yeah, new beginning and all that. He says you can't unring the bell, and then he starts going ding, 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 ding. Now there's 9 dings in here. While he's saying his last set of dings, it shows Lucifer right side up. There's 6 sets of 9 dings. 6 and 9. A reversal of flipping. And then the guy walks in and flashes a photo. Okay, right when he flashes a photo, look at what you're looking at. You're looking at Lucifer and his entire army right side up, and Michael and his army of angels upside down. And when you take a picture of that entire thing, you just turn the whole thing upside down with that camera. Do you think that's an accident? This image that you're seeing right here on this painting is literally the same thing that's in my art room that the Lord told me, I want you, Jonathan, to add 10 more locusts to your art. I told George, I'm like, that's so weird. I heard the Lord say that. Now, and instead of going to Home Depot, we went to Lowe's and had a supernatural experience doing it. So I added the 10 locusts, and that left a total of 20. And the Lord told me, look up the meaning of 20. And it's odd because it says 10 means perfection and waiting, and when you add another 10 to it, it means a complete perfection in a waiting period. And it means, I think, believe judgment. And then on the top of my artwork is Michael and Jesus with his sword drawn, and a myriad of angels behind him, and the 2 armies are now coming to meet. Let's look at a Taco Bell commercial.
There's a powerful connection between the dollar and Taco Bell, because it unlocks a world of 20 decadent menu items from breakfast to late night for just $1 each. 20 items for $1. 20 steps on the pyramid. Who's really behind this? Is it the Illuminati or the BELLUMINATI? Experience the power of the dollar at Taco Bell.
Okay, guys, let me break this thing down for you. I want you to look at the dollar bill right here, and I'm going to slide it over Obama's logo. There you go.
There's a powerful connection between...
Okay, right there, there's a powerful connection. You see right there, that's a transmutation circle. There is a powerful connection. That's right, because there's a system below ground that's a bunch of bugs that are a bunch of locusts from the pit. There's a powerful connection. So when he waves his hand over this, look, the transmutation circle shows up. You know, that takes an angel, puts it in a human host body, and transmutes it because you died under debt of sin, and then your energy, your essence goes into the pit, and you become food for a locust. No doubt about it.
between the dollar
And then they do the one to them who's called black, white, and white, black. There's they're using the negative imagery, and they're doing it, to show their identity. Woe unto them who call black white and white black.
and Taco Bell.
Okay, now right there. Okay, when this thing makes its little loop, it's an Ouroboros, and it's made full circle. Now, you see the TB? They say the word Taco Bell right now. See there, TB? Wow, there's the number 23. Oh, 55. V and V. Let's Roman numeral 5 intersecting a Roman numeral 5. So TB, do y'all know what TB is? TB, it used to be called consumption, is a Greek word for consumption, an old term for pulmonary tuberculosis, which is TB. Okay, and it's a very easy to spread disease, and they're making fun of everybody because instead of Taco Bell, it represents consumption of the 23 chromosomes of the twin system. And let's check out 21. If you type in biblical meaning of 21, 21, right there, the very first thing that comes up, the meaning of 21 in the Bible, how does the number 121 represent rebelliousness against God? Rebelliousness against God. Well, isn't that what got everybody here? So, TB, consumption, 23 chromosomes of the twin system, rebelliousness against God, 0, times up. Look at the 20 here. You see the 20? They have 20 items. They have 20 items for $1. The number 20 is the same as the number of locusts I have on my artwork in there. Remember, the Lord said add 10 more, and it means a perfect waiting period. This is about consuming us. That's what this commercial is about. You see the number 1 at the top? They're saying their guy is here. They're saying they've achieved it. Okay, TB, tuberculosis. Okay, they did a circle. It finished the circle and it consumed itself. See, TB. So that's why the word, the letters TB in there are like they're the serial number on the dollar bill, and also stands for Taco Bell. And see the bell ringing? That's just like the strip on the $100 bill that shows New York being destroyed. Wow, that's a hell of a lot of coincidences, isn't it? That the letter TB right here means consumption, and that there's a really fast circle that draws itself. Self-cannibalization, TB, consumption, 23 chromosomes, the twin system, 5 and 5 making the W, 21, rebellion against God, times up. There's the number 20, perfect waiting period. See, it's right underneath the 0, and they're letting you know, and they're ringing the bell.
Because it unlocks a world of 20 decadent menu items from
unlocks a world of 20 decadent menu items. They did this thing with Washington as the president to match the Obama logo, the sun rising over the west. The $100 bill right here, let's have a look at that. When you move this $100 bill, there's bells that ring that are in this strip. There's a bell there. There's a bell there. There's a bell there. So when you move that $100 bill, it shows bells ringing. And look right here in the inkwell, there's a bell ringing. So, what's on the $100 bill? New York being destroyed. Yep, sure enough. So this is a heads up commercial, and they're just saying what they're gonna do. Let's see, what else do we have?
There's a powerful connection between the dollar and Taco Bell. Because it unlocks a world of 20 decadent menu items.
Obviously, there's the pyramid, the doors opening, unlocking. That's an interesting word they chose. It unlocks. And to him was given the key to the bottomless pit. What do you do with the key? You unlock a door. And it shows the door opening up for the feast, which is, 20 decadent menu items.
Each. $20.
Look at this. Looks like a coyote or something. And the wolf is looking right this way. And they very deliberately have a cross right here. See it? Very deliberately. It's looking this way at the cross. And it's a big feast. And here's the pyramid at the middle. You know, I mean, this is just almost like a joke. They're making fun of everybody. They know the pit's about to open. And they're ringing the bell. They're doing the exact same thing that the Lex Luthor thing was doing. They're actually ringing the bell right in front of your face, making fun of you. That's what they're doing.
20 steps on the pyramid. Who's really behind this?
Who's really behind this? What's so funny is what's behind the skin is what's behind this. The 2-in-1 is what's behind this. Who's really behind this? Look at this person sitting here with this thing on their head that resembles the Virgin. Who's really behind this?
Is it the Illuminati?
She's wearing a mask. Is it the Illuminati wearing a mask? Everyone's wearing a mask.
Is it the Illuminati? Or the BELLUMINATI?
Or the BELLUMINATI. Now, let me show you something that's very odd. You see this guy? He's holding this thing in his hand like a phallic symbol. By the way, the girl is wearing a black pyramid on her. Here's another thing about her hand. Look very closely. She's wearing a gold glove, see? And that gold glove is holding the technology. She's got one hand that's like artificial intelligence and one hand that's human, and this hand is holding her cell phone. This is as phallic as it gets. Look, take a look at this. Tell me that's not just ridiculous. So this girl right here, the white girl's got a black triangle on her. She's got a hand that's got like this metallic-like glove on it, like, you know, the iron mixed with the miry clay, the two, iron mixed with the miry clay, and the iron is holding the cell phone, and the other hand is using it. She's got a burrito in her mouth like it's a penis. Give me a break. And let's check out her earring. Would that happen to be the crescent moon of Islam? That's such a joke. Once you know what's up, man, it's easy to read their language. I've got so much stuff I can't wait to show you guys. I've got so much stuff that's coming up. So let's take a look at this guy at the end of the thing. He's holding a phallic symbol, but look what's on his phallic symbol. Is that the light right in the middle of the phallic symbol? Is that where they're getting their energy from? Is that where it's coming from? Or is it BELLUMINATI? The end of this is very important. The door is closing on the feast now. Everybody's locked in. They're all locked in. Does that remind you of a guy named Barack Hussein? I am the Antichrist Obama. I have no birth certificate. I just got caught selling arms to Hezbollah and part of the dirtiest government ever in the history of the world. Isn't he? I mean, Obama's like the lawless one, isn't he? He's just totally lawless. Well, that's what the Antichrist is called, the lawless one. And Obama was orchestrating the whole thing. You know, during his administration, he planted all the moles, and they planned on everything happening exactly like it's happening because the devil's running this show, and he thinks he's running it all, but the Lord God's really on top of the whole thing. So here you go. The door to the feast is shutting, and everybody's trapped. Does that remind anybody of anything? You know, when Obama does his little White House dinner, whatever dinner they are.
And you know who you are, Republicans. They're in the House, which reminds me, security, bar the doors. Judge Merrick Garland, come on out. We're going to do this right here, right now. It's like the Red Wedding.
Remember that? A red wedding, where you lock the doors and you kill everybody inside. Oh, you mean like this? Oh, look. That's funny. It makes a triangle, and the two halves come together, and the circle's complete. Now you get to hear the ding, 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 ding. But let me show you also the One World Freedom Tower. See the World Trade Center, one right side up and one upside down, and it became the One World Trade Center. Look at that, World Trade Center. That's it. Right side up, upside down. One, because it's like one. This is like a brain. One world. And see, in the commercial, they used like the same thing on the dollar bill. And if you look very closely at this thing on the dollar bill, it's very surprising. I didn't notice it until just now. See this? See that? Let me show you something. Never noticed it. You see that? That drop shadow right there, that's Islam. You see the right side up with the line in between and the upside down? That is not by coincidence, folks. That was meant to be Islam. They've been working behind the scenes since this country was founded. In God we trust. Their God is this one right here. That's their God, Allah. And wait till I show you all the data that I've compiled in the past couple days. Remember, I showed you this. And remember the nation of five percenters, of gods and of nations, of gods and earths. You know what? I'll show it to you right now. There you go. 5% nation of gods and earths. That's what Jay-Z wears around his neck. There he is right there. There's Jay-Z. See, 5%. Why don't y'all go look up what the 5% nation means? They put that, the earring on the girl, on the black girl, yeah, that had the phallic symbol in her mouth. And the white girl had the black pyramid on her. And that one, the letter O on the $1 bill had a drop shadow that's identical to this right here, which is witchcraft as well as Islam right there. And you see right here, Jay-Z with his hair tied to a Marina Abramovich backwards like they're twins, but they're one brain connected. See, that's why they did that. And Jay-Z, he's sitting there wearing this thing around his neck. There it is. See it right there? See the number 7 with the star with Virginia sun around it? That's called the 5% Nation, is an offshoot of Islam. It means in the name of Allah, but let me show you what it really means. It's saying they're ringing the bell. They're saying we're about ready to come out of the pit. It's a commercial just letting you know. Let me show you what the 5% Nation is about. Members of the 5% Nation subscribe to the idea that all white people are weak, wicked, and inferior, as stated by Michael Muhammad Knight, who has written 2 books on the 5%ers. As he put it, whites were described as an errant child who needs to be corrected, while Smith claimed that black women did not contain God in them and were seen as subordinate. He still believed they held a higher standing than white people. The name 5%ers comes from the notion that only a mere 5% of all humanity know the real truth about existence. Isn't it funny it's in all these commercials? They describe themselves as poor righteous teachers whose goal is to tell everyone in the world the truth. They believe that another 10% of the people in this world also know this truth of existence, in which those elites propagate a theory of a mystery God to the remaining 85% of whom they consider ignorant and under their control. Being the remaining 5% and the nation's only hope, they were determined to enlighten the rest of the world. In the beginning, the nations of gods and earths, see, and look, I just showed you, the nations of gods and earths, there it is. I'm not making this up, I'm showing you. And by the way, there's a lot of people that you've seen in public that are members of this group, and a lot of actors and musicians. Just go have a look for yourself. Again, representatives taught that Islam is the natural way of living. Moreover, they taught that Asiatic black people, the non-whites, were the original human beings on the earth, deeming them the fathers and the mothers of civilization. They believe Asiatic black man is God and goes by the name Allah, which is God in Arabic. Okay, so now you know why Jay-Z, in front of everybody at the games, is wearing this thing on his neck, making fun of y'all because he thinks he knows the truth and he can flaunt it in your face, and he can hang out with Marina Abramovich, who does the double V's. See? The W and the W that makes the two V's that make a W while she does her little spirit cooking thing. I mean, this is insane. And it just happens to be in a Taco Bell commercial that they have the numbers
Bell.
TB, which is consumption, and it shows the Ouroboros, so that's consumption. TB, Taco Bell, bell ringing. They've consumed the 23 chromosomes. The twin system has reached a point of, and the number 21 is rebellion against God, 0 times up. The number 20, perfect waiting period. This deal's solved. I mean, it's a joke. It's in your face. Wait till you see the folders that are about to be delivered to you guys. I'm going to deliver you guys I'll be giving you guys all my data. I'm going to be giving you guys all my files. I mean, everything. So get your stuff ready.